This October will mark the 169th death anniversary of one of Baltimore's most famous historical figures, Edgar Allan Poe. And to celebrate, the organization Poe Baltimore is hosting the first annual International Edgar Allan Poe Festival and Awards. Here with more about the festival is Enrica Jang, Executive Director of Poe Baltimore. Welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm
happy to have you here. Yes. So, the Poe Baltimore, tell us more about this organization.
Poe Baltimore is a nonprofit organization. We maintain and interpret the Edgar Allan Poe House and Museum here in Baltimore. And the second part of our mission is to promote and celebrate Poe's legacy in the arts.
And you're doing that in a really cool way with this first annual festival and awards. What's going to be happening as part of this?
All right. Well, the festival will be held in the Shadow of Poe House in West Baltimore. A two-day event full of art, music, vendors, food, everything celebrating Poe's legacy for a new generation of artists and writers.
And this is happening October
6th and 7th.
6th and 7th. So is this for everyone? I mean, is it for kids, for adults? Who can come?
I think we've got a little bit of something for everybody. It is a family-friendly event. A lot of organizations talk about Poe's history in Baltimore and beyond, but we also have a fun beer garden. Raven Beer is hosting our beer garden.
Yes.
And then tours around the city talking about Poe's Baltimore.
That's what I was going to ask you about. So for people who are really interested in learning more about Edgar Allan Poe, you are diving very deep into his life and history with these tours. Can you tell us about those?
Well, the festival itself is free, but then if you haven't visited Poe House before, the house where Poe lived in Baltimore, the house where he began his career in Baltimore, you have an opportunity to come and see Poe House. And then we are actually doing a reenactment of Poe's funeral in 1849.
Really?
And that's going to be at the Carroll Mansion.
So what's going to be part of this reenactment? I mean, is it other historical figures, or can you give it away even?
I could talk about it a little bit.
Okay.
When Poe died, it was a very sort of dark and dreary day, and very modest compared to what his legacy would eventually be. And so we are recreating this dark and dreary day with a viewing of Poe, but then people will also be able to see Poe's body in a coffin and pay respects at this funeral and a candlelight vigil. So that's a very exciting part.
I love how creative you guys all got into making this festival and these tours come to life. Talk about what went into it.
Oh, wow.
It was a lot, I'm sure.
It is, but it's such a wonderful thing, and the power of Poe is such an exciting part of Baltimore. There aren't very many cities in the United States that embrace an American writer the same way that Baltimore really embraces Poe. So it's been a labor of love, but we also want to bring other Poe organizations that are very important to Poe's history to Baltimore. So the Poe Museum from Richmond, Virginia is coming up. They will be doing a coffin making workshop.
Okay.
There is a Poe Cottage in New York City. The Bronx Historical Society is coming down, and they're going to be talking about Poe's time in New York City. We may even have an appearance from the Military Academy at West Point talking about Poe's time in the military.
So
just this wonderful opportunity to bring together all of Poe's world.
Well, we appreciate all the hard work. Can't wait for this free event. Remember, if you want to go on the tours, you got to buy tickets for those. But this is 6th and 7th.
Yes.
Fun for the whole family.
Yes.
If people want to get more information, they just go to PoeFestInternational.com, correct?
Yes.
All right, good. I almost messed that up, but we got it right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much.
And we'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this. Stay tuned.